Hello, I'm back. I'm going to be a bit problematic today, which is not something I usually do. I'm not a very problematic person. I have a one earring on. I feel like I'm gonna find the other one, and this one needs to be already there when I find the other one. Anyway, so today we are going to talk about desirability. And what is desirability? Oh my gosh, what is happening? So first of all, I just want to say that anything that I say should not offend anybody. Should not. I hope does not offend anybody, obviously. And anybody who I use as an example it's not a really personal attack, but it's just my observation and me merely giving opinions, which really do not matter, but I'm gonna give them anyway. It really has nothing to do with the person per se. It has to do with the world in general. My videos are never about people, even though I use people as examples sometimes. They are really about the world and how weird it is though. So there are a lot of definitions of desirability, but I'm gonna focus on what desirability can do for you in South Africa. So desirability is basically being wanted and being perceived as attractive, and and for me, and being worthy. We have a lot of women in South Africa we can use as an example of this very thing, but using those women and saying that they've had the privilege does not necessarily take away from their work and how hard they work and how worthy they are to be in those spaces, first of all, because it's really not their fault that the world is really that way, but they just means that yes, you have a better chance at succeeding and being chosen for certain things compared to the other women because of how they look, and sadly it's not your fault, maybe, but we're not saying it is your fault, and we're not also taking away how hard you work. Please just do know that I'm just using, oh my gosh, my lips, I don't know what's wrong with my lips, they're just dry. Anyway, just do know that we're not taking away from this woman and how hard the woman works. So when I was searching, I was just trying to still when I was trying to just still find words and just I obviously searched pretty privilege in South Africa, and when I searched for pretty privilege in South Africa, the first woman that popped, one of the women that popped were our loving and our beautiful and our favorite Uncle Waffles. She literally, the articles are out there about her being her talent being questioned because she's beautiful, and I'm just like right, I don't know. With regards to her, yes, she's very beautiful, and yes, she's very pretty, and you can tell that Drake is very is attracted to her, and so already she is someone whose features are appealing to the rest of the world, and we all know that looks that are appealing to the rest of the world are looks that are much closer to the Eurocentric look, right? And she possesses that, so she is the girl. She's the girl. If you wanted to have a look that would go out in the world, and it's her look, she has the look, but I don't think that really takes away her work and how hard she works and the kind of person she is. And it's a whole story onto maybe why she's also being questioned, because she's in an industry that's male dominated, and these questions will obviously come up, but we definitely can't hide the fact that her pretty privilege has definitely played a big role in how she is received in the industry. Uncle Waffles has been received by please, she's my crush. Waffles, baby, come on. She's gorgeous, she's beautiful, and she's desirable, and how the industry and everybody has really she is accepted and received by people very beautifully. I mean, there are all those. There's a disadvantage to everything, but most of all, she's received in a very beautiful, less chaotic manner compared to the other artists who came out, who are not perceived, who may not be perceived or seen as desirable as her. So definitely her pretty privilege has done something for her. It really has worked for her, as it has worked for a lot of women in the industry. I just, I'm using her as a reference. So another woman I'm going to use, and this does not mean the woman is less pretty or less beautiful or less worthy than her. She's definitely a gorgeous hand. Also one of my crushes, I know. It's definitely Makati. How Makati and Uncle Waffles were received in the industry is different. It's very different. They look different, very different. They have different features, and we can say that Makati's features are features that are more Afrocentric, and I don't like using those weird Afrocentric, Eurocentric words, but you get what I'm saying. Makati's looks are more yeah, so how she's received compared to her is very different, and you can just tell. You can see by the posts everybody does about Uncle Waffles, which is like glorifying her, and with Makati, if it's not pictures of her saying, oh, money can change you and make you look beautiful, or pictures of her being edited and saying, oh my gosh, money really can't do anything for you. And then there's so many things, and I think one of the things that have touched me is one of the posts she once posted on Facebook, where I'm just gonna read a little bit of it for you. Her picture was taken, and just like most African black women who are dark skinned, who will have their inner thighs be darker, it was shown by the photographer. I don't know if the photographer's intentions were to trend or just to capture the beauty of her imperfect parts, but we will never know. All we know is how the world received her and received this picture, and how they started talking about her to an extent where she's cyberbullied. She's one of the most cyberbullied celebrities, in my opinion. It's a lot. So she wrote this post on Facebook. I'd like to apologize to all my fans if you're really disappointed about this picture. There were a lot of beautiful pictures that the cameraman was going to post, but he chose to post this to promote his brand, forgetting the damage he's doing to my soul. I know I'm strong and all this will pass. Unfortunately, I cannot change my inner parts. I'm like this and I am proud. The only thing that that you people, oh my gosh, oh wait, it's here, sorry. The only thing that you people are doing is to try to edit my pictures. Okay, I can't read that. Yes, I'm strong, but my family and friends, they are not strong as I am. Seeing them crying about my edited pictures really breaks me and affects me badly. I'd like to ask you to react to this picture and edited pictures that you are planting something that can affect me badly. I humble myself politely to ask you to stop humiliating me. So Makati's introduction to the industry was also, it also had a very humiliating effect on her as a person. And when she said, I don't know what she meant, but when she said what this would do to me is exactly how I felt, how it works. How people receive you is how people who work with you are going to receive you. It's crazy that a woman in the industry needs to have how she looks she needs to be very conscious of how she looks to people in order for her to actually eat, which is what my question is desirability a bag? And I think yes, I think desirability is a bag, and I think that women as a whole are trying to reach a certain standard, which is why beauty standards are very problematic, which is why women are trying to acquire a certain beauty standard. And we all know what a beauty standard right now is. You need to have fair skin. Please, being light skinned is not even in question. To have it, you need to be that. I mean, you need to be tiny, you need to be petite. If you're not petite, please have a small waist. We have all these, have a small waist, but like be slim thick, you know. We all have these standards that are put, and they're there. And people are like, no, but ignore them. How can you ignore them when it's your bag? I'm cold. And also, please don't think that I'm saying that she has the Uncle Waffles has not been bullied or bad things have been said about her. She's received so much hate too on social media. It's definitely been, being a woman is definitely not easy. Anyway, I also want to talk about colorism, just a little bit about colorism when it comes to this. You can also tell, you know, that colorism plays a big role in the roles we get to see on TV, the artists we get to listen to on music, the industry, because you would ask yourself, what does talent have to do with colorism? Really, talent has really taken a backseat when it comes to a lot of, you know, things. But not to say that the women who are seen are not talented. They are talented, but women who are dark skinned are also as talented as those women. We just don't get to really see them that much. I have a lot of women that I love that are dark skinned, and I don't see enough of them on TV. Yeah, it's kind of sad for me. It's kind of sad. And we a lot of women who bleach their skin have been previously very judged, and I don't think they should be. I'm pro skin bleaching. I've done something like that. I'm pro skin bleaching. I think if you want to bleach your skin, you please do bleach your skin if you feel like you should and you feel you're comfortable. I will not judge you. I do not judge that. I do not think it's wrong. It's something that I consider. I'm considering myself. Like, I really do think about it a lot, but I'm broke. But anyway, the woman I'm gonna mention who's bleached their skin, they let's be honest, guys. Let us be honest. Let's be honest. Like, when they started bleaching their skin, they started resurfacing. I think I'm dehydrated. Why are my lips like that? We started seeing more of them again. For instance, Kanyimba, we were kind of starting to lose her. We're starting not to see her, that much of her. And she bleached her skin, and we just started seeing a lot of her. Kelly Khumalo was at some point allegedly starting to be broke because her career was declining. She bleached her skin. Girl, we started seeing more of her, you know. And for me, I'm just grateful I get to see those talented women, what they do to make sure they get their bag, or because they like it, of course, you know. It has nothing to do with me. Kanye is talented and I like seeing her. Kelly is talented and I like seeing her. And if it means that they need to fit to the beauty standards of society for me to see more of them, I'm just grateful I get to see them. I'm just grateful I get to see them. Because and these are the two men I mentioned are women who've been open about the fact that they bleach their skin. So, you know, that's why I'm actually even mentioning it, because it would be weird if I'd mentioned someone who's never talked about bleaching their skin. She said that, but she said that before. She's talked about how her skin is, she buys it, you know. And I'm just like, mama, if you can, why not? If you can, why not? If you can do it, why not do it? Thank you. She can. And for me, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with them. Yes, there are disadvantages to any lifestyle, whether you are bleaching your skin, whether you are drinking, whether you are whatever you're doing. That disadvantage to any type of lifestyle. And I'm actually so happy that they're open about this, because it kind of also makes it a safer space for girls who want to, you know, they give us information. I actually didn't know what they used at first, but now they're giving us information of what we can use, and they're just opening that space. I don't think it's a bad thing. I honestly do not think it's a bad thing. And I remember one of my favorite wives, Sarisha Naidu, on Real Housewives, was asked that question, and I really loved her response and how she responded to it. She was asked whether she bleaches her skin or something like that but I focused on how she responded, you know, because that was important to me. And it wasn't something she wasn't ashamed. It's not something you can shame her about. And she told me, and one of the things she said was like, started getting the bag. And I was like, girl, yeah. She said, I bleached my skin and I started getting the bag. And I agree. You bleach your skin and you will start getting the bag. It happens. We've seen it with our eyes, and yet we still want to be hypocrites and talk about, they bleach their skin, please, balambi, must they die, please, sorry. No, stop it. If you don't want to bleach your skin, it's okay. If you want to stay and you will love your skin, there's nothing wrong with loving your skin and staying within your skin. But if you want to bleach your skin, the only thing that is stopping you is what people are gonna say. girl, come on. People would complain and say that, oh, but there are dark-skinned women that are also, please, it's a very, first of all, it's a very unrealistic look, that the dark-skinned women that are very glorified. And also there's also this fetish, this word, fetishy, I can't pronounce that word. I can't, it's so crazy. Fetish, I can't, it's crazy, I can't pronounce that word, but you will see it, of, you know, dark-skinned women that need to look a certain type, that appealing, chocolatey, very, you know. Also, another thing, there's a look, right? There's a certain look that people will see on social media, whether we like it or not. The celebrities unfortunately determine what we find as appealing, what we find as interesting, what we find as beautiful, Our celebrities have a lot of influence in that sense. And let's talk about the type of women our male celebrities are dating. I know you guys think it's funny, but it's alarming. You can just tell. You can just immediately tell. The look is the same. It's the same kind of looking woman. And I'm not saying that the only reason they like those women is because they're light-skinned, whatever, but those are the women that they like. Where this influence comes from, who they were influenced by, is none of, it's something we don't know. But if you check, most of our celebrities, their girlfriends are the exact acceptable look for society right now. So if it's already known, that is the desirable, and that is the look and the standard of beauty, and those girls and what the standard of beauty is align perfectly. They are the book example of what a girl who is desirable looks like. It is what it is. But like, of course, we can't dictate what their preferences and who they're dating, and of course their preference is not necessarily does not take away from how they feel about their partners or how they love their partners and everything. But you can tell there's a difference, and it's changed. And it's also a bit sad. Okay, not sad per se, but it also just shows you how social media really does control how we live. It really does, because, but anyway, I think all women are beautiful. I think all black women work hard. I think that beauty standard as a whole is something that we need to like work on removing and dismantling, because it is really not beneficial to anybody. It's really just more detrimental, and I just hope there'll be progress. You know, we can only hope. I mean, I think we've been hoping. I just think that we need to be less judgmental of people, you know, as to why they do certain things, you know, and why they take part in certain things. We need to be less judgmental. We need to respect people also. Please respect people for the decisions they take, for who they are, how they look. It's all about that. And I just think that also growing, we also need to do it. We need to grow up and realize that this is the real world, and things work like that sometimes, and people do things to survive. And let's not look at how other people are surviving compared to what we do and think our way is better, because let me tell you, we have not compromised, but we have definitely altered certain parts of ourselves to be more appealing to society. All of us, we have definitely tried it, if we're not. So we all have. So why is it that when someone is in the public eye, we must be nasty? I just don't get that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you don't hate me, and I hope anything that I said is not taken out of context or misunderstood. If misunderstood, I'm really sorry, and you do not necessarily have to agree with anything that I said. And oh my gosh, I love everyone I used, so please don't come for me. Love everybody, and yeah, just don't come for me. I have a weak heart.